Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, wheat, cotton, live cattle, feeder cattle, and lean hogs. The corn market faded 2 to 2 3/4 cents on Tuesday. December futures kept the relatively tight 4-cent trade range. As we look toward beans, soy futures were mixed with stronger beans and meal. The soybean market closed the day fractionally to 7.5 cents lower. Soybean meal was also $1.10 lower. As we look toward wheat, despite rallying out of the weekend, wheat futures flipped net lower on the weekly chart with double-digit losses on a turnaround Tuesday. Chicago wheat and soft red winter finished the day 11.5 to 14.5 weaker. KC wheat was down as much as 13 to 14 3/4. As we look toward cotton, we see nearby cotton futures giving back the Monday strength and then some flip net weaker on the week's moves. Tuesday ended with triple-digit losses across the front months, including a 151-point loss in December. As we look toward hogs, the late week momentum was lost with 2 triple-digit loss sessions to start the week. At the close of Tuesday, the front month contracts were 20 cents to $1.05 in the red. December futures are now at a $10 discount to soon expire October with a $4.27 discount. As we look toward the cattle side, front month fat cattle futures were 30 to 52 weaker on Tuesday. The December contract closed the $1.53 range day, 130 under the high and 23 cents above the low. Feeder cattle closed mixed as the front months were $1.05 to 70 cents respectively to a 67-cent loss in March. Neighbor, looks to me like there's your livestock, grains, and cotton movement. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, walk the sheep and goat pens. How did it sell?
We got along real well today, Larry. Ended up with 400, something like that. I called the market steady all the way through on the lambs. Kids, the feeder kids were steady. Some of those better kind of 60-pound red-headed Boer kids might have been a tick higher. We sold some of them up over $3 today, so I thought that was awful good. Packer, Nanny, and U market was about like it's been. Them still don't have many friends, so that was like they've been selling. Not bringing a whole lot per pound, but all in all, I thought we got along real well, considering. So we got through it, and we'll look forward to another week next week on sheep and goat end.
How are the cattle trailers coming in tonight for tomorrow's cattle sale?
Man, we've been kind of steady. I'm thinking we'll get somewhere. I'm hoping we'll get somewhere around 1,000, Larry. We've got a wean sale, so typically we'll have a few more. So we'll see how the trailers keep rolling in this evening and in the morning. And I'm sure thinking we'll sure scare that 1,000, might get a few more.
Good. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394. And don't forget about the spotted billies that will be here next week and the spotted nannies.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Neighbor, here's a quick look at the meat moves. USDA reports the national pork carcass cutout fell another $1.99 to $93.07. Bellies were down by $19.31, dragging the carcass down otherwise steady to stronger primal values. Federal hog slaughter, 486,000 head. That brought the week total to 972. As we look to Tuesday's box beef prices, 301.06 and 276.15. For the choice, that was a $2.36 drop. The select was $1.35 weaker. The ribs were shown at $524.67 and $431.81 choice and select respectively. USDA's federal slaughter, 128,000 head for a 253,000 week-to-date total. That's up 3K from last week, but 2K lighter than the same week last year. Monday and Tuesday saw some limited deals. 182 on the hoof in the dirt in the south, 290 hot and hanging in Nebraska. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with cousin Brian Linsman from Seguin Cattle Company. It's Tuesday night, looking for the Wednesday sheep and goat and cattle sale. What do you see?
Going to be a little bit lighter, Larry. Had beneficial rain around the area, not drought breaker, but it made everybody feel better. Kind of expecting that 600 to 700. Cows definitely lighter this week, and sheep and goats, I'm kind of guessing 600 to 700 on those. Just people still kind of shucking them. So, but other than that, it should be all right.
Well, I'm glad you caught some rain. Looks like you'll have some numbers. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Give us a call at 830-379-9955, or you can call me on my cell at 830-305-0652.
Brian, we appreciate you. Thank you.
See you tomorrow night, Cousin Larry.
Sure enough. Bye-bye. I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. I'm with Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch. Tony, you got news on T-Post?
Yes, sir, I do. Right now, our 6.5 foot American-made 133 T-Post went down. They're at $5.99, and that's if you buy one or however many you need.
Well, tell everybody how to get that great deal in this new price drop on T-Post.
Well, they can reach me out at 830-379-7340, extension 162.
We've been with Tony from D&D. Tony, have a good day. Help those people when they come by to buy T-Post.
Yes, sir, sure will. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're on the line with Phil Brockenbush from Giddings Livestock. Phil, tell us how the sale went Monday.
It was good, Larry. Wound up with $13.23. The calf market was a few dollars higher than last week, and the cows and bull were steady to maybe a couple dollars higher. So it was good.
Walk the pins with me.
All right, your steers 300 and back, average 260, brought up to 325. 3 to 4 weights 275 to 325. 4 to 5 weights 248 to 315. 5 to 6 weights 224 to 262 and a half. 6 to 7 weights 214 to 235. 7 to 8 weights 165 to 215. Your heifer mates 300 and back, average 220, brought up to 285. 3 to 4 weights 230 to 280. 4 to 5 weights 216 to 270. 5 to 6 weights 210 to 250. 6 to 7 weights 199 to 227. 7 to 8 weights 185 to 210. Your bull yearlings 7 to 850 pounds 150 to 215. 850 to 1,000 pounds 125 to $2. Your high yielding bulls 105 to 115. Medium yielding bulls 85 to 104. High yielding cows 95 to 109. Medium yielding cows 70 to 88. Little thin cows 40 to 65. Had a few pairs. They brought from 1250 to 1500, and the bred cows from 500 to 1375.
Sounds like you had a good sale. Are you aware of anything for next week?
Not really yet. There's been a few calls, but I don't know. I think it'll just kind of stay like it's been.
Okay.
We had a few more than I thought we'd have this week. We got a pretty good rain, but they keep bringing them, so I don't know. I think it'll just kind of be like it has been.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Phil.
Yes, sir. You can call the barn at 979-542-2274. You can call me at 979-716-4395.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard-duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6 and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock. Gary, how'd Monday turn out?
Had another good sale, Larry. Wind up with 1307. Figured it might be a little lighter this week, but had about what we've been running. 171 cows and 28 bulls. Cow market looked like it was about steady from what it was last week. Had a few more high yielding cows this week than we had last week. 2 and 3 weight steers, 244 to 350. Heifers, 215 to 335. 4 and 5 weight steers, 247 to 330. Heifers, $2.25 to 340. 4 and 5 weight steers, 229 to 320. Heifers, 214 to 350. 5 and 6 weight steers, $223 to 265. Heifers, 202 to 305. 6 and 7 weight steers, 209 to 250. And the heifers were $1.93 to 285. 7 and 8 weight steers and bullions, 204 to 235. Heifers, $1.90 to 209, Larry. And on the cow deal, like Ed said, we didn't have very many cows to palpate, but we had a lot of slaughter cows, mostly slaughter cows coming. There's a few young tight back cows coming. We got 45 to $1.05 on the cows, slaughter bulls, 87 to $1.20. Like I said, didn't have very many little old stock cows, 560 to 1,000. And the pairs the same way, 660 to 1110, Larry.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for that next sale in Nixon, Gary.
You can catch us here at Selborne, 830-582-1561 or 62. Catch me on my mobile, 830-857-4330, Larry.
Gary, thanks for calling. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, neighbor, we're here with Tracy Phillips of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. They specialize in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acreage. Tell us about the ranch at Maynard Creek.
I would love to share. This 277-acre ag-exempt ranch offers live water, which is still flowing in this drought, plentiful wildlife, and picturesque views, and is located only 17 miles west of Junction.
How about water and electricity?
It does have electricity already brought into the property, as well as a well that has already been drilled with a 250-gallon storage tank.
What about wildlife?
There's an abundance of wildlife on this property, including axis, trophy-sized whitetail, aoudad, black buck, dove, turkey, just about everything you can imagine for the area.
Well, it sounds like a western hill country property that's perfect for hunters, the natural enthusiast, or someone just wanting to build their home in rural Texas. How can people get in touch with you, Tracy?
Well, that's pretty easy. They can call me directly at 512-393-9996, and I will definitely return your call within 24 hours, or they can visit our website at homesteadandranch.com.
Tracy, thanks for being on Down on the Farm.
Thank you, and you have a great day.
We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock, Tuesday evening for a Wednesday sale. Kelly, what do you see?
Oh, we got a little over 300 in right now, Larry. Going to be a little bit lighter than what we've been having. You know, got some pretty decent rains around last week. It's trying to rain on us right now, but I haven't done much this evening yet. But anyway, the run's going to be a little bit lighter. I'm expecting around 400 or so. Looks like we'll have a few over 100 cows and bulls. Do have a few pretty decent kind of bred cows in the mix. A few Brayford type cows, some Brangus cows, handful of pairs. So if anybody needs any cows turn out, we'll have a few of them tomorrow, about 50 or so of those, and then the rest just kind of be a regular run. Like I said, end up with somewhere 400 or so.
At Pearsall Livestock for the Wednesday sale, Kelly Thigpen, tell everybody how to contact.
Call us there at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile number's 334-1047. Website's PearsallLivestock.com.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. McCoys.com. Make McCoys your choice for livestock pens and rodeo equipment like the 40-foot utility round pen or a manual rope and chute. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor Larry Marble back with you. We've got Leo Casas on the line. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. Well, we've had some measurable rain around, and it's been cloudy and misting and drizzling on and off the last day or so, so it's really a nice time of year. The seasons are changing. We're getting into cooler temperatures, so the moisture stays in the ground a little bit, and it's just warm enough where we're continuing to make a lot of grass, so it's really good times in the cattle business. I've had quite a few inquiries on some registered cattle and on some replacement cattle. Let us know if you have an interest in some second calf, 3/4 and F1 Brayford cattle. We've got quite a few of those. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on a daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
Good day to you, neighbor. Let's take a look at the grains, courtesy of the Texas Department of Agriculture. Yellow corn in the Panhandle, 515 to 575, down 6.5. Milo looks like 520 to 525, down 6.5. Hard red winter wheat, 586 1/4, down 2.5. Gulf corn, 568 1/4 to 570 1/4, down 2.5. And Gulf beans, 1354 1/4 to 1357 1/4, up 6 3/4. Texas cotton, 78.45 on the low side, high side 83.45, the average 80.95. Move 440 bales statewide. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in Texas, our grains and cotton. We appreciate you listening to one of our 14 affiliated stations. We are Down on the Farm Radio. I'm Larry Marble, and you're my neighbor. Neighbor, thanks for listening. We hope to see you again down that road.